Hello, back again and continuing to think about crocodilians. So these guys are from yesterday, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, so that I can continue to look at this page, I'm going to switch back over to the sketchbook that I was drawing in with ballpoint pen, and I'm going to try to start turning these crocodilians into something more character like. Further simplification. I think I'm off to a good start. You know, they're all smiling and terrifying. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to use, maybe start with graphite. I think it might show up a little bit better. And then I'll just use my pen. I'm more interested in just shape right now than color or anything. Okay, so I'm going to set a timer. Okay. So, in the little bit of text I started writing around this whole crocodile thing, I have a caiman character. I probably need to learn a little bit more about the specifics of them in terms of like placement of teeth and whatnot. I'm not shooting for a scientific illustration here, but I want to get some of the details right. They do have this little, a lot of them seem to have this little upturned snout at the bottom, at the end. So, I think I have dog hair stuck to my lip balm. Yep, got it. Okay, I'm sure you needed to know that, right? Okay, so let's see. My proportions might not be terrific. Let's see. Go over the other side of the page. Okay. You know what I should have done is I should have started on a brand new spread and I could use both sides. I mean, I still can, but let's see. I might have to close this window. Okay. Excuse me while I close the window. Neighbors outside moving a bunch of stuff around, so. Okay. And how, like, kind of like the idea of just sort of just stubby legs and not getting too much into any realism. be a little bit shorter for the caiman. Let's see if I can draw like a 3/4 view here. So it occurs to me that I really don't know what a caiman looks like from that angle, in spite of having looked at a bunch of pictures at this point. The eyes are a little big, but I do want it to be kind of cute. Yeah. All right, well, the crocodile will be bigger. So that'll be a distinction between the caiman and crocodile. And that's another thing I haven't really looked at. I should probably make note of the average sizes of all the different species in the order. And double check the number of, I think there's 5 on the front and 4 on the back, number of toes, but I'm not sure about that. So much to check. Mostly been focused on just confirming like the correct number of species. That was kind of hard to pin down. All right, I mean, it's a start, right? It's not quite. Maybe I'll just try drawing like the crocodile face. And maybe that's something I can do in an illustration, is have little call out their bonier undersides in the caimans, and that they're smaller, and maybe this upturned snout. Some of the differences between the species are really specific, like measurements of the distance between, where their eyes are, and things that you're not ever going to be able to see as a layperson just looking at these animals, but something that researchers can see when they look at skeletons and fossils. All right. Okay, crocodile head, face. Okay, so we still got this. And again, I'm not concerned with total accuracy, given that I'm trying to simplify and make these into characters, but I do want to indicate some of the differences about the teeth. So I think that's too, I don't really like that yet. Oh, that's a little bit better already. Just that. Okay. Another thing is the alligator kind of has an overbite. The crocodile does not. So in the crocodile, I want to make sure that I get the length of the upper and lower jaw about the same, and then with the alligator, the lower jaw needs to be a little bit smaller. It's a start. Should probably have a more. And I'm not sure how I'm going to. Maybe I'll have my crocodile sort of, instructing. And they can point at some information like, the different skull shapes. So sort of triangular alligator and the rounded caiman and alligator, and then all right, well, it's a start. It's messy, but okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and draw on this side, just so I can keep looking at what I'm doing. Yeah. I probably should have pulled up some photos. Let me pause briefly and do that. So these are the ones with those needle nose snouts. And their eyes are really right on top of their heads. They stick out, you know, and maybe that's how I ought to be drawing all these guys. Maybe the eyes should be on top of the head. We'll see. There's going to be a lot more experimentation before I make any final decisions. These gharials and the false gharials, they have so many teeth. And this one, this is the false one I'm looking at. It doesn't have the gharials. Some of the photos, they have these little knobby bits on the ends of their snouts, and this one doesn't. He does have a terrifying number of teeth, though. He or she, I don't know. I can't tell. They have something like 106 to 110 teeth. I do want to, there's variation in the number on top and bottom by just a few, but I want to make sure I at least draw the minimum number of teeth. And so this guy, the false gharial, we're going to call him not Gary. The skull gets a little wider near the base, apparently. So yeah, I need to do a lot more simplification, I think, here. I think the eyes need to be further forward. I keep waffling between, oh, I can do whatever I want, you know, because it's a character, and I need to consider some of the features that make it distinct from its relatives. All right, let's find a true gharial. How deep the skull is there, the jaw at the base. It's kind of subtle, but and it's got like a knobbier end to its snout. So wild looking animals. Just drawing these teeth is terrifying to me. I have to study these a little bit more so I can draw convincingly unique characters. Definitely want to save this image. I like the angle that it is showing me. It's letting me see the shape here on the top of the head. It's useful. So many teeth. And then underneath, there's like this wishbone shape there. It's interesting. But yeah, do a little more research on the differences between these guys. Yeah, the eyes are definitely on top. I gotta stop using this thing. It's just so slow. But it doesn't have this shape, it's flatter. And yeah. There's a little bit of knobbiness here. I don't think it's as pronounced as on the so many terrifying teeth. I think there's a couple little teeth right there. And there's more super scary teeth here. And just lots and lots of really frightening teeth. But yeah, there's definitely a little more thickness here on not Gary than on Gary. And at least in the photos I'm looking at, the eyes, well, definitely up there on top of the head, there's a little different shape here. Yeah, I needed that. Okay. This is not the most exciting sketching session. I've spent too much time looking for pictures. Maybe I'll try editing that stuff out. But anyway, okay. Mildly productive. There's a minute and 36 seconds left on my timer, so I think I'm just gonna stop there. It's a start. This ostensibly is a caiman and a croc, and I do think this seems to really be a feature of at least a lot of the crocodiles, this wavy mouth. So I think I'll keep that for the crocodile. Okay. So, yeah, try to edit some of the more boring bits out of this. See how that goes. And if you stuck around, thank you.